Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share how I set up my first cold email campaign. I would like to give my most honest review and lessons learned from a marketing beginner perspective. This will be completely different from what you can see in the internet or YouTube video that coming from those cold email group, which I watch a lot. But during the process of building the whole pipeline, it still made a lot of error and also many things that I wish I could avoid. Okay, let's get into the first thing first. So why would I want to set up a cold email campaign? So basically, as you might know, I am an engineer. I most specialized in doing technical stuff in the past. I build things, design system and coding, but I barely do too much marketing and sales, which I think is the problem for a lot of builder. When they focusing building things that they get into the flow, they feel pretty good for themselves, but sometimes things actually don't sell and the stuff they build actually not someone want. So I would like to switch, trying to get actually seeing what actually people want, and then we start to build it. Yeah, because I don't have any the marketing experience, I want to learn and grab these skills. And because in my past experience, the most close experience it is only lying on my rental portfolio when I build, when I flipping the house, when I renovate the house and rent my rental unit out. But because in Canada, it's kind of like in a housing crisis in the past 10 years, you barely need to sell. So basically, as long as you have a product, you do a good job when you do the flipping and you make a good quality, good design. Same thing to the rental as well. As long as you make a good design, good functional unit, it sells by itself. You don't need to spend your effort to push hard to sell to people. But selling software and automation solutions is different, I think. So that's why I think it would be critical that you could learn and grasp these skills. Yeah, long story short. Long story short, so I watch a bunch of videos that people, cold email is one of the scalable outreach mechanism that a lot of marketing group they promote or propose. So I would like to give it a try. So basically, how it works for the cold email campaign is so basically you send out a bunch of the email to people who don't know you, and you're hoping that open your email, read your offer, and they get back to you, jump on a call, and get the sale done. But actually, it's not that easy because number one, you cannot just like get one email and send thousands of email from the same email address. It could be easily being banned. So because of the regulation, and because of that, you have to set up an infrastructure before you can actually start your cold email campaign. Specifically, is that you will want to break. You will want to have a bunch of the email address, and those email address ideally will be very close to your email domain that related to your company. For example, I built my landing page called cmh2.tech, and in order to send a bunch of the cold email out, I would like to have a bunch of the email that I can send my email out, but I do not want to contaminate or get my domain being labeled as the spam. So the way you're doing it is that you get a few of them, a few of the domain that similar to your true domain. In my case, you can see here, I have CMH2 tech design, CMH2 tech group, my CMH2 tech, the CMH2 text. So basically, I apply for another 4 domain that's specific for email purpose. I use a service called Zapmail. So basically they helping you to manage the email infrastructure. I'm not sure is everyone familiar with the Google Workspace setup. So basically you get a domain name from somewhere, like let's say from Namecheap. Yeah, you can see here, I get a domain from here. And then you go to the Google, you go to the Google Workspace and you set up a bunch of the DNS, and in order to get your email with your domain name, no, not this one, sorry. Yeah, so basically, in order to get your email with your domain name, so basically you have to set up a bunch of the DNS related configuration. We will skip it for now, but the service of the Zapmail is basically helping you to do all of that. And when you purchase the domain, you could purchase domain within within the Zapmail. Yeah, here is the domain I purchased, 4 of them. You can see, like, to be safe, I just for each domain I create 3 email. So each email it will automatically setting up all the DNS record for you, and then you get a bunch of the mailbox, which I get 12 of them. And this is the first step. You can see here is the infrastructure submail setting up for all the Google authentication or the DNS setup. So after that, it provides a function that export the email to a platform called Instantly. So you can see that I export my data in December 8. So one thing I want to mention is that here export is actually you provide instantly username and password. They have the customer service manually helping you to import those data to Instantly. I don't think they are doing automatically by code. So one suggestion is that when you open the Instantly account, you put a password that is like as simple as you could and provide to separate mail and let the separate mail done the export to Instantly. It might take 24 hours to 48 hours. After that, change your password and in the Instantly. So what Instantly will do when you get your email set up, you are not supposed to right away to send a bunch of email to many cold recipes. So if you getting banned very quickly, your email will be people will label your email just as the spam very quickly. So because of that, you have to do your first step, which is warm up the email first. By warming up, it means that inside the Instantly they have a bunch of the infrastructure that they simulating the email send and receive from your email address to the email inventory they have specifically for the purpose of helping the customer to warm up their email. This likely to take about 20 days. So you can see here that it's enough in the past we sent like 80 warm email and receive 130 email. So by this way, that it basically just like simulating a real human being sending the email back and forth. So that will be less likely being labeled by the email provider like Google, Microsoft to label your email as a spam email. So it will improve your delivery. Okay, that's the second step that before you do any cold email campaign, which is very critical, we call warm up your email. So when you see your health score close to 100%, then your infrastructure for email, for the power of email is ready to go. You can also click here to test the domain setup. Yeah, when you see the green icon here, it means that you are good to go. Okay, so the next question is naturally is when you have your email address that you could use to send email out, the next question is who you're going to send it to. So then it comes to a question that you need to scraping a bunch of the lead that your prospect. So basically, what your solution would like to selling and to who. You need to find out who is a likely customer that would pay for your service or product. So I make a Claude Code skills to guide me through that how can you scrape the lead, what filter you are using, and walk you through the whole pipeline. I can show you in 1 second. Okay. So for the cold email campaign pipeline, we already covered the first two steps. You get the domain, you get the email address, and then the next few steps will be you understand who you're gonna send your email to and generating scraping your audience email address, which is the lead, and some of information. And then next step is based on information, generate a more personalized email that it doesn't seem like a very cold email. And sorry, before that step, when you get the lead, so basically we would like to verify those emails is true valid email or not. If they are not, you're sending a bunch of email that you cannot deliver, then will hurting the reputation of your email address. So because of that, we need a step for verify the email address. When you verify the email address, you have the correct email address, you have the information, and then you create the personalized email that you would like to send out. And this personalized email, including their name and some icebreaker, those which basically will be some chit chat that based on their information, and also you will put what is your offer in the email. And with all that, when you're done, then you could upload that CSV file to Instantly, which is the platform that I showed you before for warming up your email. You can start an email campaign from there. In order to help for the whole pipeline, I create a Claude Code skill to walk you through to helping myself to as much as I could automate the whole process. I also open source the Claude Code skill on my GitHub, so everyone can start to using it from there. I will show you that how could we use the Claude Code skill I create for helping you walk through the cold email campaign, including brainstorming your niche, get the filter that you could use in Apollo or any other lead scraping tool that get the lead from your niche, and generating offer and generating email sequence. I will explain this one by one. So basically, how to use the skill is it's very simple. That you just go to the terminal under the folder you will working with your cold email campaign. That just open Claude Code. So put / cold email campaign. Since you are at the beginning, you just put start. So basically, it will asking a bunch of the question, understanding your business and understanding the service and niche that you product that you could provide. And based on that, it will start to help you to pick the niche that suitable for the service and capability and your specialty to provide. Yeah, I already answered all these questions. I just want to show you how it looks like because it's going to be run a long time. No, not long time. We will run a few minutes. So I just want to show you what's the middle result. So basically, you can see here that it picked 3 niche for me, which is pretty good. One is property management company and engineering professional service firm and accounting and bookkeeping firm. Basically, it matched what I have. In my in my offering. So basically, I just throw my landing page to the Claude Code. Just tell them, hey, this is all about my business, and please help me to figure out what's the most suitable niche that what I need. So basically, I have some case study that I developed for myself for helping the invoice checking, so which is very suitable for property management company and also the bookkeeping company as well. And also I work with the current engineering firm that I work with for the past 5 years, helping them to do the AI adoption. So that's why I choose the engineering and professional service company as well. So after we get the niche, sorry, one second. So you can see here it also provides the search filter for each niche that you're gonna be scraping the lead, and also that it generate two offer for each niche. Why do we need an offer? Like basically the offer is something like what you could put in your email. What could you offer to the prospect that they are hard to deny because it is very high level, high value, but require you minimum time to create. And that's a quick way that it can attract them to get on a call with you because the offer you provide to them is so valuable, but actually didn't take you too much time to deliver. So the offer will be a portion of the email body of your cold email. You can see that we have like offer 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, basically six offer for 3 niche, and it also create an email sequence. So basically, email sequence is something like when you put the cold email campaign on the instantly.ai. A sequence means that when you send out the first email, you may want to send out the second one or the third one, the follow-up. So the email sequence is you define all the content you're gonna send in the sequence. Here is an example. For example, this for niche 1, sequence 1A, and sequence 1B. Basically 2 sequence, but each sequence it has 2 email. So you can see that this is the first email, the first reach out, and this is the second email that follow up if nobody reply to you. So we can see that we're going to talk about this email content as example. The email offer we create previously, it is as the third portion of the content body of the cold email. And so the first one will be the icebreaker, and the second one will be basically introduction plus some social proof. And then it will be the offer of the email. And I quickly, so once we have this generated by Claude Code, then next step for us is go to any lead scraping tool that put on the filter that generated by the Claude Code. Like for example, the one I'm using is called Amplify. So it has a bunch of different actor. So each actor basically you can think of is a program, a mini software. So with a different purpose for scraping different kind of data. And it typically, you could just start buying the cheapest plan subscription for the first month. So basically you can buy something like $35, and with the $35 credit, you could use for scraping. The one I'm using is called Apollo Alternative. Why we want to use this one? Because if we just go to Apollo to get the lead we want using the filter we got from the Claude Code output, it's going to be much more expensive in Apollo directly. It's maybe around $20 per 1,000 lead, but we're using the lead finder here. It only costs $1.5 per 1,000 lead. It's almost it has a decent quality of the lead gen. So the way it works is also very simple. you just put on the filter that we got from Claude Code. Here we put owner, founder, CEO, and we put let's say we put a location, and you put on how much lead you want to fetch for each time, and email status. I put validate, leave blank. The size I put 1 to 100, and industry is real estate. I put some keyword for rental and property management, and then click save and start. When it starts, you can check in the log. It will see basically just initiate a worker in the cloud, and it will working behind the scene. So yeah, when it's done for the scraping, you can export your lead in locally. You can take a look. We can see that we have 100 lead that we just got it from Amplify scraper, and yeah, we got the first name, last name, and email address. It's not bad. And what we will do next is we copy the CSV into any folder that under the folder that you typically work there. And so yeah, I don't want to regenerate the icebreaker that I already have, but I just want to show you that the end result, because it's going to take quite a bit of time to generate it. So you just need to put on this command and paste on the CSV file that you just download for the lead. And I can show you that, for example, let's say this is the one that I download from Amplify, and after processing by the Claude Code skill, it will add the icebreaker in this file. So I can show you that what it looks like. So yeah, you can see that it add a column on the spreadsheet called icebreaker, and basically it extracts the information that you can find from their company website and also in their LinkedIn, and just like one sentence, like summarize, try to relate to this person. For example, this one, hey, you're building company X into 50% firm is a solid track record, something like that. Okay, after that, next step we have to do is verify the email. Why do we need to verify the email? Because if your email has the bounce rate, when we say bounce rate, it means that the email is not validated. The email actually is either the email is invalid, either the email is no longer used anymore, and so your email cannot deliver there. If this happens too often, it will damage the reputation of your email address. So there's a parameter they call bounce rate. Like basically, it's like how much percentage of your email that being bounced back. And my first campaign that I running, I have the bounce rate about, yeah, you can see here that I have bounce email about 22 email, which I already it's about less than 5%, which is okay. But at the beginning, I didn't do the email verification step. It gave me 20% of the bounce rate. It means that the lead quality you get from the Amplify for that run actually is not good. Actually, it's terrible. So I stopped after I sent 200 email because I don't want to damage the infrastructure. I already spent money and time to build it. So in order to verify your email address, you kind of need to deliver an email to that, or try to ping to that email server. I tried some way that to save money, to ask Claude Code to try to write some script. But unfortunately, either because the residential IP being blocked by a lot of like email server, because if you're sending too much requests in the same time, and I try to use the VPN, but most VPN they block the port 25 as well. So I try to use the VM in Google Cloud, in Oracle Cloud, but all the port 25 they block because they don't allow the user to try to spam the internet for a bunch of the garbage email. So I have no choice that I have to use some service called Million Verifier, which I end up to spend $40 to get some credit to get the email verified. So I can show you that they have the API. They have the API key. No, they have the you can run it through the code as well. In the Claude Code skill that I share in the video, that basically already incorporate the script using the million verifier to verify the email. I can show you the end result. After you run the cold email campaign process, it will generate the icebreaker. It will also verify the email as well. So I can show you the end result for the list of the lead that with the verified email. So you can see that there's another column called email status. So this is a clean. The clean version basically is all the email is being verified. So you can see from the previous one that only with the icebreaker, that is another column that there's a bunch of email actually is no longer valid. You can see that we label it as reject. So we need a clean list of the lead to upload to the campaign, to the instant campaign, in order to reduce the possible increasing rate of the bounce email. Okay, when you have this clean list, our next step is go to instantly. Go to instantly and you just start a campaign. You just name, let's say I put accounting. So your first step is you add the lead. I can quickly show you. You can just upload the CSV file. You can show you quickly. You can just drop here. This is my accounting. Then you will see that it will choose some of the column to upload. You don't need to upload all of them. So you see that it automatically, intelligently to choose some of the fields that do not import. For full name, we don't need it because we just need the first name. We need first name, last name, email, and those we don't need it because we don't need in the email content. Yeah, this icebreaker, so we will need it. We choose custom variable. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that during the process of the cold email campaign, this step, when we generating an icebreaker, we also shorten the company name because we would like to make the email seems like more casual, more like human being to write. Otherwise, it's going to be very robotic. For example, let's say my company called CMH2 Properties In. So when you say in the email, hey, I want to build the invoice checker for company CMH2 Property Inc. It sounds very robotic. You should say something like, I want to build a solution for CMH2, just as simple as that. So that's why we also add a step in the previous process step that when we're doing the icebreaker, we also add shorten company name as well. So after that, you just click upload, and here verify leads. Basically, it's doing the same thing as we use the million verifier, but here is much more expensive. When you get 1,000 lead being verified, basically you have to pay for about $25. But here we only pay for $3 per 1,000 lead to verify the email. So after you upload, I want to show you in my other campaign. After you upload, you will see all the lead here, and the next one is set up the sequence. So the step 1 and step 2 means that you're going to send the email out for step 1 and then send the next message in X day with the content of step 2. You also can add the variance. Variance means that basically you can do the A/B test. You can test the different email content to testing out how impacting your reply rate, and which way is like make your reply positive percentage going up. But I didn't do that, so I just I just have only one. So in the subject and also in the content, you just copy the what we generate in here, 60 email sequence. You just copy the whole thing here. This is a variable, so you can add a variable from here, for example, or you just put after you copy the content, don't forget click the preview, because this is the how it actually look when you send it out. So you can just like switch between the different lead. Yeah, this first one, this is the icebreaker, this is the name, and this is the company. So basically you just need to check how it looks before you actually send out. You check like each variable, do they actually replace by the actual value or not? And same thing, you add the step 2, which is the second email in your 6 email that sent out by prepared by the Claude Code skill. And after that, you click save, and the next step is set up the schedule. Like I set up the schedule sending out 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. the Eastern time, and also Monday to Saturday. Click save, and there's a bunch of the option. I mostly just like leave it as by default. And the account to use, basically you have to add the account to use. Those account are the account that you add here. So I delete one. I shouldn't. I don't know how to edit that, but I will do it later because my campaign is still going on. It should. So yeah, I didn't save. So and also one more thing to pay attention to is your daily limit. I just heard from the co-email group from the different video. They said one email you only want to send out about 30 email per day. That's why I said 360 because I have 12 email there, and that's that way that your email will not getting close to the possibility being labeled by scam email. I would like to maintain my help scores 100%. After you setting up the option, then you could start the campaign. Just click here, and your co-email campaign will start sending out within the schedule that you set up here. Yeah, okay, this is it from the beginning to the end. I hope that it can provide you some perspective from the beginner, because my feeling is that when I check all those groups, co-email groups video from the internet, they never talk in such detail. Every click, I kind of worry that will it damage my email reputation or not. So I hope that when I do it, I have such a detailed video that can tell me you're okay to click this one. Okay, I hope that provides some value to you. That's all for today's video. Thank you. And the Claude Code email skill is in my GitHub. Feel free to download and use it. Save your time to exploring your niche, generate the offer, and generate the sequence as well. Thank you. See you in next video.